We're building a real Yarnaby animatronic from Poppy Playtime 4.
And just like in the game, our Yarnaby is going to be strong enough to eat a person.
This video is brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform for all your website needs.
After we built Ennard and this whole dog day escape room, it was pretty obvious what you guys wanted to see next. So here's the plan. The most important part of this build is the chomp. So we're gonna figure that out first. And it has to be strong enough to actually bite through an arm.
Next, he's completely covered in yarn or rope. Unclear. We're gonna do some tests on that.
It's not just the mouth that's gonna move. We want the whole body to actually lunge towards you as it bites. So we're gonna have to have a good pose and some kind of mechanism inside.
Then we'll build out the body shape and add fur and claws and lots of yarn.
Finally, we'll finish up the head and see if it can bite through an actual realistic arm that we're gonna make out of ballistic gel, which is what they use to mimic actual flesh. If we're gonna get Yarnaby to actually bite something really, really hard, our main challenge is gonna be the mouth. It needs to open and close super fast, but with enough force to actually crush something. This is a miniature bear trap that I found online and 3D printed. And nope, do not touch it.
Okay.
My first idea for the mouth is to have it spring-loaded. I was inspired by this rat trap. What? Look at this.
That's dangerous. All right, let's test it out.
Okay, glue stick.
Nice.
Okay, the first test was not even close to strong enough. If we want this to be able to actually eat a person, we're gonna need it to be way stronger, so we added some much bigger rubber bands.
Come on, don't break. Oh.
All right.
That will really hurt.
Can we test it with something that'll actually break?
Okay, we got some Pringles.
Okay.
We're gonna hold the Pringle like this.
You got this.
Oh! If that was my hand, it's gone. Straight to the hospital. This is not gonna work for Yarnaby's mouth.
What? That was amazing. Why is it not gonna work?
It was amazing, but it's not an animatronic. It just goes, ugh. Like I want to be able to open and close it and all that kind of stuff. Plus, I'm pretty sure if I build an actual full-size version of this with real torsion springs, it's illegal in 14 states.
Not in Texas, though.
Anyway, I have another idea. We're gonna build it with servos so that I can have a lot more control.
Before you do that, though, I gotta figure out Yarnaby's yarn, which I think is actually ropes. So we started with yarn, and the problem is they don't really make yarn thick enough. You got like this stuff, and then you got this, which is fuzzy and doesn't look right. So then we thought maybe we can combine multiple strands of yarn together into rope. So we made a rope machine. The idea is you attach your strings to these hooks and then join them together at the opposite end. And then when you turn the gear in the middle, it rotates all 3 strings at the same time. As the strings wind up, it makes them want to twist together. That was a failure because it just compresses the yarn and it doesn't get any thicker. So now we're looking at rope. We have like a jute rope, we have polypropylene, and we have cotton rope. This is like the big cotton rope, and I would love to use this, but it's like a million pounds.
Oh.
So this one is out. Oh, these are out. Okay, now we're left with these 3. This is pretty light, and I like how stiff it is, but it's plastic, so we're not gonna be able to dye it. So if we wanted to use this, we'd have to spray paint it. I don't think that's gonna look good. So this is out. We're left with 2. We got our hemp rope and our cotton rope. Now I did a dye test with both of these, and let me show you what happened. This is the cotton rope, this is the jute rope. They were in the same dye bath. This dyed beautifully. So even though he's called Yarnaby, the winner is rope. The only problem now is we have to order way more of this stuff.
Hello. I made a miniature version of Yarnaby, which we're calling Mini Bee, and I'm gonna use this to figure out what pose it's gonna be in. This is just made from wire and some pieces of plastic, but it really lets me get an idea of like what angle the arms and legs are gonna be at and stuff, and I can transfer all of that over to the metal afterwards. Okay, what I wanna go for is to have them kind of go like this and kind of like lunge forward. Now I just have to figure out how to make this out of steel.
Yarnaby's endoskeleton will be made out of steel so that it can hold up all the weight of the head and the fur and the ropes. We also want to add a motor to the body so it gives it kind of a lunging attack motion. To make the joints move, we're using rod end bearings that will attach to the top of the arms and legs. This allows the shoulders and the hips to move in multiple axes. For the ankles, we'll use straight hinges so it only rotates forward, which is exactly what we want. If this all works, Yarnaby won't just bite, but he'll be able to lunge towards you as he does it.
You know, I didn't realize we were making a Pomeranian-sized Yarnaby.
The skeleton makes it look really small because it's gonna have a whole body around it and then like a huge amount of yarn. I hope this works. Are you ready to put the legs on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So that slides on.
Whee!
That's cool, right?
Yeah. Oh, the black hole of the floor.
Oh, I found it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it's on there. Whoa! That's cool.
Now what? He needs like his feet, right?
So these are gonna basically go on like this. How are we gonna get these on?
What if we make a little table for him?
A table?
Yeah, like something to sit him on.
Okay,
Hey!
I made a jig.
Nice. Okay.
This thing will stay put. Now we can put that on here.
And
This kind of goes here.
why is it so far away?
That is not even close. Okay, fixed it.
All right.
I just chopped off some of the middle and made it a little shorter. Come on, fit. Oh, look at that.
There.
Boom.
Perfect.
We could just edit out all that other stuff like it never happened.
Never happened.
Except we're not gonna, because mistakes happen. Okay, I welded the feet to the legs with the hinges, and look at this. I added the beginning of a frame, and now these are connected, and they're gonna move. I think that's gonna work. Let's do the front. It moves, look.
That's amazing. Ah. All right.
Oh man. Rawr.
For the second mouth test, I decided to try servos. They've worked for us well before and can be really strong, but even with this small amount of weight, my prototype wasn't even working, so there was no chance this was gonna work at the big size.
So, all right, we did the bear trap method.
Definitely uncontrollable.
Yeah, we've got the servo method, nowhere near strong enough. How do we get something that we can control, but is also ultra powerful?
Pneumatics?
Pneumatics, like we did on Ink Demon.
Those are powerful.
That could work,
Yeah. Hey, he looks different.
right? I fixed the legs so that they don't lift up anymore. I just had to move them more like in line. And I added this little mount because the next thing we're gonna do is make it motorized.
Awesome.
This is called a wiper motor, and it's gonna give Yarnaby a ton of power and make him lunge forward with just the press of a button.
I got the new Amon motor controller from Purgatory Props, and this actually controls the speed of the motor and not just which direction it's going, so here we go. It's not working. Dang it.
Have we ever had it work on the first time? No, never.
It never
There's
works
always
on the first time.
the motion sensor's not plugged in.
Okay, I gotta turn this on, and now we can control it. Oh! I'm gonna let it go real slow at first.
Okay, all right. That is so cool.
And then attack! That's pretty cool, right?
It's amazing. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, he kind of also was twerking a bit. Oh, what was that? It sounded like this.
Oh, it's this thing. Nothing's wrong. It's easy fix.
I was using a plastic part here to test it, and it snapped. Easy fix though, swapped it out for a metal arm, and it's all good.
Do y'all remember this escape room that we made? Evan and Caitlin were trapped in here with Dog Day and had to escape before Catnap found them and filled the whole room with red smoke. It was amazing, but what's even more amazing is that we also made a secret virtual escape room, a hidden website that you could find in the video, and over 30,000 of you found it and solved all the puzzles. It was really fun, and there's no way we could have made that experience for y'all without Squarespace, who was cool enough to sponsor this video.
Squarespace is an all-in-one platform for artists, designers, entrepreneurs, and anyone who wants to stand out online with an amazing website. Whether it's your art portfolio or you want to sell your own products, Maybe you want to sell services like event planning or teaching. A great website is going to help you show off what you do and help you grow your business.
But what's even better though, it's not just the website, it's like the whole package. You can accept payments with Squarespace Payments, you can schedule appointments, email marketing, invoicing, run your entire store all through Squarespace.
If you're just starting out or you're trying to grow your business, you want to keep things as simple and streamlined as possible.
And that's exactly what this does for your website. Head to squarespace.com/wickedmakers for 10% off your first purchase. I know a lot of you out there are ready to get that side hustle going. This is a great way to do that.
Making a body is hard, but making a body where you have all this mechanical stuff moving around inside is even harder. Got it. I think what I'm gonna have to do is make like a wire frame, kind of similar to how we did on Catnap. This epoxy putty will hold our main supports in place, so I can build a wire frame that gives us plenty of space inside. That way, when we cover this all up, it still moves freely. Next, the duct tape covers everything up and keeps the fur away from all the moving parts. Getting fur stuck in a moving motor is bad news. Ask us how we know that.
I just thought of something.
Yes?
So the head is gonna go here. I'm worried that if it's not enough space right here and you cover all of this up too much, I'm not gonna be able to do it. So can we like pause?
I was finally on the body!
I know.
All right, head take 3. What have we figured out?
Well, I made this.
It's a very Saw-esque.
Do you want to play a game?
No, I don't.
So this is half a sphere, and I made it out of steel, and we're gonna need this thing to be really strong if it's gonna crush things in its mouth. The steel has to be strong, but also this is a pneumatic air cylinder, and it's gonna push air through that's like really gonna put a lot of force to make this thing close.
I like it. I think the steel and the air like together is gonna be really powerful.
I hope so too. Let's build the other half and find out. Bending metal into a perfect circle is really hard to do, and it takes special tools, and I don't have those tools, so I'm just using stuff that's a circle to bend it. It's really easy when you're making stuff to be like, oh, I don't have the right tool, I can't do that. Just do it, just bend it, do whatever, you know? Step on it, run it over with your car, doesn't matter, make a circle.
Making the first half of the sphere head wasn't too bad, but making the other side to match it perfectly was actually really hard and took me like half the day. Finally got it though after a lot of bending, cutting, and welding. It was finally time to test it, so we hooked up all of our pneumatic stuff like the air hoses, controllers, and our air compressor.
Okay.
I'm a little afraid, I'm gonna be honest. This is intense.
This is intense. I have the pressure really low, it's at 30 PSI.
Okay.
Eye protection on. Ooh. Oh, it works.
That was the low? That's amazing!
If you put your finger in there and did this, it would break your finger off.
You think?
It's pretty intense.
We need to test it.
Yeah, but what can we test?
All right.
Who you got there?
I got some knockoff smiling critters here, so we're gonna try this first.
Okay.
Oh no!
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Open wide.
Okay. Ah! Nice. Dog day?
Here, I'm gonna turn the pressure up a little bit.
Okay. Don't eat me, Mr.
The whole
Yarnaby.
table shakes.
Go! Ah! Last thing.
Oh, a banana?
Banana.
Okay,
All
ready?
right, yeah. Go.
Oh!
Yeah!
Oh, man. This did just get me thinking, though.
Huh.
Yarnaby has teeth.
He does. How are you gonna put teeth in here and still make it chomp?
That may have been an oversight. Where do his teeth go? Yeah, because like his mouth opens, right? And suddenly he has these giant teeth.
Yes, but the teeth are like right on the edge. So when the mouth closes,
There's nowhere
for them to go.
This is game design tricks. This is not gonna work in real life. We're gonna have to, we solved one massive problem and revealed another.
Yes.
Well, in the meantime though, why don't we take that whole head and put it on here so that we can keep going with this.
I like it. Hey, there's our boy.
Oh, it's so heavy. You can have it back now.
Thank you.
It's all attached.
Okay, so can I finish the body?
Yeah, you can't do the neck yet though, because I'm still figuring out you know, how the rest of the head is gonna work.
Okay.
So just leave me some space right here.
Okay, well that's okay because I will move on to the feet. Look at these awesome claws I printed for the feet. So I did these with resin using the Formlabs printer and they are so pretty.
That's amazing.
But he's gonna have huge feet.
Because they're so big, I'm starting with a big block of foam to take up some space. Then I can use some aluminum foil to create the main shape of the foot. Next, I can just glue the claws right onto the aluminum foil.
That looks not like tin foil. That
Well,
looks amazing.
I used foam clay on top and just sculpted it. I don't know. I
You
made
just sculpted it.
Just sculpted
That's all you
it.
gotta do, you guys. Just
Yeah.
sculpt it.
I mean, look, half the sculpting happens in the tin foil, and then this is just like a shell over it.
We've got pool noodles, and y'all know what that means. Time to make the legs and wrap them with even more duct tape. Then we can add the fur.
Look at that majestic fur.
That's right.
It's very shiny.
It is very shiny.
Perfectly colored
It's so beautiful.
fur. It is
Yes.
very beautiful. You're right. I actually love it.
The basic shape on the legs is done. I added a little bit of bulk here because his legs flare out towards the end, and now it's time for fur.
I'm basically just hot gluing the fur onto the body, but the tricky part is, since it moves, the fur can't just be one big piece. We have to glue it on in multiple parts and leave room for the joints. And now our little Yarna boy is starting to look so cute.
Remember the rope that we're gonna use to make Yarnaby? Well, I got more.
How much did you get?
A lot more. How much rope is it actually gonna take to make Yarnaby? Let's see how much we got. We got 150 feet of this.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yep.
Now what do we do with it?
Now we gotta cut it and dye it.
We can't just cut the rope because it'll unravel. So first we had to tie little strings around each end, 2 per piece. This was about 350 little ties and it took forever.
Jamie, are you okay?
Okay. Man, I hope this is enough.
I counted how many colors Yarnaby has and there's a lot. The dye needs super hot water to work best, so we got a bunch of batches going in some buckets and got to work. The rope turns color pretty quickly, but then it takes a really long time to dry. So we set it out in the sun for a while.
Those look so good.
They are beautiful, but I don't know if this is gonna be enough.
You don't think that's gonna be enough?
I don't know.
There's like 1,000 pieces.
There's 160 pieces.
Please be enough. Yarnaby's mouth has to close all the way, but he also has giant teeth that have to not smash into each other while still being strong enough to bite through stuff. Oh, and don't forget the other miniature mouth inside the mouth that has to be in there and not mess up anything. I'm gonna need some help.
It took about a week, but with help from our friend Beardless Props, we came up with this, which will be easier to explain once we build it. There are 2 spheres that go on the outside of the metal, which will be the outer head, as well as the 2 eyes and teeth that all go on the outside.
All right, so the outer head stuff is printing, but for the inside of the mouth, the gums and the teeth, we're gonna print those on the Formlabs resin printer because they're gonna come out way better. The problem is, it's a really difficult print, so I'm calling in some more help.
This is our friend Henry from the channel Derailed 3D. He makes all kinds of off-the-rails projects combining 3D printing, art, and engineering. Not only is he one of the smartest guys we know when it comes to resin printing, but he also works at Formlabs, so he's like the perfect person to ask for help with his printer.
He was able to show me exactly how to rotate and support Yarnaby's gums in preform so that everything prints perfectly. He also recommended we use this durable resin because durable is impact resistant, and there's gonna be a lot of those, a lot of impacts.
And it turns out he was also working on a crazy project with teeth and had some leftover tooth resin that actual dentists use. It's super lifelike and really expensive, but he had some left over and offered to print Yarnaby's teeth for us and ship them. Not sure what crazy unhinged project he's making yet, but we'll link his channel below so you can keep an eye out for it. While we waited for the teeth, we printed the gums overnight with the durable resin and everything came out really nice. We gave them a quick wash and then let them sit outside to cure, and man, these things came out amazing. I just really hope it's all strong enough for Yarnaby's mouth.
Hey, those look pretty good.
Thank you.
Look what we got.
Are those the teeth?
He overnight shipped them to
Very
us.
excited.
Oh,
So this is actual like tooth resin That's so cool.
And it's very hard too. This is what they make real teeth out of. It's basically a real tooth. So the idea here is that every other tooth, there's a hole, and then on the other side, it'll like fit into a hole like that. And when the mouth closes, you won't see it, so it doesn't matter. But in reality, the teeth will like disappear into these holes. So now we have to glue all these in and make sure that they're aligned so that all the holes close. I'm very excited to see if Yarnaby can actually eat a person.
Yes.
But to do that, we need a person.
I'm not volunteering. No, you cannot. He's not gonna eat my arm.
How are we gonna know if it can eat a person without a person?
Okay, well, on Mythbusters, when they wanted to simulate a body, they would use ballistics gel. So that's what we got.
But how do we get an arm?
Well, we need to make a mold. So I think we can make a mold of my arm. I do volunteer for that.
Okay, let's go make a mold.
Okay. So we're gonna do something called life casting. Have you ever done this before?
No,
No.
definitely not.
No, I have not either. I've been life casted, but I've never done it.
You've been life casted before?
I did, yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. This is my face.
This is your face.
It is.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was fun. That was done with alginate though, and I think we're gonna do a little bit of a different process for this.
So we've never done it before, so we brought in somebody who has. This is Greg.
Hi. I've never been here before. This is amazing. I feel like I need a code to get out of this room. We're going to use a product from Smooth On that's going to keep a mold for many pores. And that's hopefully what we're going to do here today.
Awesome. Let's get started.
All right, we have a working time of about 6 minutes here.
All right.
Put it in
Are you
position.
gonna do the horns?
I'm doing the horns.
Oh yeah, awesome. How's that feel?
Weird.
We want to just really get it in, break the surface tension.
It's like I'm being frosted, like a cake.
If we don't work fast, this stuff will basically kick. It'll get too hard.
You want to move until you get that tackiness.
All right, you can kick anytime now.
You just have to wait.
It may look fast in the video, but this took hours to do, and Jamie had to sit there the entire time without moving her hand. It was crazy.
Now you just have to sit here for a while.
Yep.
Is that thing heavy?
It is so heavy, yes, and I feel very restricted, but it's all good.
That's amazing, but we're not done. We have to basically put like a cast on it, right?
Yeah, basically this silicone will blow out when we put the ballistics gel in there. But we want to make sure that we keep the form. So we're going to put this cast on there.
So this is like the same thing like if you break your arm and you get a cast.
Exactly.
It's like the same because it holds it in place.
Exactly, but it's going to come off much sooner. When we pour the ballistics gel, it'll keep it nice and firm. It'll keep that shape.
All right.
Is it coming out?
I don't know.
Wiggle while you can.
Oh. There we go.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm free.
That worked out really good.
All right.
Greg, thanks, man.
Hey, man.
This is awesome.
This is
Thank
great.
you.
I can't wait to see the ballistics gel.
We have our mold, but now we have to put something in the mold.
Reading the instructions, this is actual gelatin.
Yeah, it's really
This is-
thick jello.
Flesh jello.
We got our arm mold ready for pouring, and we even got some realistic bones made out of resin. But the hand wouldn't fit in the mold, so we just did the arm bones. The water was heated to exactly 140 degrees, and we followed all the directions and mixed up the ballistics gel until it was ready to pour.
While the ballistics gel sets, it's time to finish the head. The 3D printed shell got painted, and then we used steel epoxy to attach it to the metal frame. Please don't fall off. We also resin printed the weird little mini mouth for inside his other mouth, and that also got a really nice paint job so that everything would blend together inside. Once all the pieces were ready, we started attaching them all to the head. This was our last chance to make sure everything was straight, and even though my original metal spheres are not exactly circles, amazingly we managed to fit all the pieces in there and then fill in the gaps with clay. Jamie worked her magic to make everything weathered and old and gross, and then remember those eyes and teeth we 3D printed earlier? Those got glued on as well. A few more finishing touches and Yarnaby is almost done.
Oh man, look at our boy.
He's so cute.
It's Yarnaboy.
Yarn a boy. I love how these characters, they look so cute, but they're also like,
Oh, look at that. We have a lot of work to do. We still have to put all this rope onto there, but can we test it first?
yes.
Okay, first things first, let's test the motor part, and then next we'll test the head, okay?
Okay.
So plug this in,
And go.
Come on.
Ooh, whoa! We need to hold.
We need to like
something
clamp
down.
the back down. Okay,
Yeah.
hold on. Okay, he's clamped down. Let's try that again. Come on. Oh, there it goes.
Okay.
Oh, I get so nervous for these tests. It's working though, right?
It's working.
The motor's working very hard
Yes.
to move this.
This is
thing.
not a happy motor.
That works.
Yes.
Test number 1 complete.
Woo.
Okay. Okay, it's pressurized. Here we go.
Okay.
It works.
That was awesome.
Okay, we have to crush something now. You're gonna see if you can crush a can.
Yes. Oh man.
Ready?
Yep. Oh! That's pretty crushed.
The teeth punctured the aluminum can.
Awesome. Did a test, and I think the hot glue is gonna work okay.
Seems pretty strong.
Seems strong.
Okay, now do that 180 times.
No problem.
After an absolutely insane amount of time and hard work, Yarnaby was finally done. The ballistic gel was also ready, so we tried to demold it.
Oh.
Oh no!
Yeah, after all that, it broke. We were supposed to cut the mold to get it all out.
Greg totally warned us we wouldn't be able to get this out. He's laughing right now. If you're watching, Greg, you were right.
We're gonna try to just super glue the hand to the arm, so hopefully that works.
Good enough, right?
It's fine. I mean,
We'll just glue it. It's fine.
can you glue Jell-O together?
Time to get Yarnaby ready. Well, Yarnaby works. Did the super glue work?
Yeah.
It did. Not ideal, but hey, we have an arm again.
Yeah.
Okay. Can Yarnaby eat a person?
I say yes.
I think so. All right, you ready?
Ready.
It's not working. It never works. It was the wiring again.
Okay.
Test number 2. Okay, ready?
And
Ready?
Ready. I hear it squishing.
It's not letting go of this.
No. Whoa! Yes! Full separation. Destroyed.
It bit the hand off?
Yes, it did.
Wait, we need like some tongs. Oh!
You lost the whole finger.
It bit the finger off.
Good boy, Yarnaby.
If you're curious, the super glue stayed, everything else got destroyed, so that didn't end up mattering at all. Can Yarnaby eat a person?
Yes.
100%. Oh, it worked.